All right, we can start the meeting. Whoever wants to call it to order. I can take notes as we go.
Alex, do you want to lead?
I don't know if he heard you.
Alex, do you want to lead?
I think he's on mute.
I'm still muted.
Oh.
My bad. Yeah, sure, I'll take it.
Good.
All right, I'll call this meeting to order. This is the Sex Offender Residency Board for the City of Green Bay on Wednesday, October 23rd at 4 o'clock. First, I'll need roll call.
I got it written down.
Thank you. Moving on to approval of the agenda. Do I have a motion?
Move to approve?
I'll second it.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Approval of the minutes from September 18th, 2024.
Move to approve?
And I'll second it.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. On to regular business, we'll start with the appeal of James Stenberg requesting to move to 1519 North Irwin Avenue. Is James present?
He is.
Come on up.
And just for the record, I'd like to let it known that I do know James, but I can be impartial.
Okay, thank you. Have a seat. All right, James, is this your first time appearing?
No, back in 2008, I appeared in front of the board and I was approved to live at 715 Pine Street in Green Bay.
Okay, so none of us who are currently on the board were there at that time, so I'm going to ask you to go over your offense, what happened, and how did the police become involved, and make sure that you don't use or identify the victim in the case. So I'll let you get started in what happened.
I was out drinking and I stayed out real late, and in the morning I got up and I went in the living room and my victim was laying on the couch, and I went under the covers and was rubbing against her with my genital area, and I had my zipper down and with the intent to masturbate, and she yelled at me to get off her, and I got off her, and then her mother called the police, and after being at the police station for a while, I admitted to what I did.
Okay. Captain Opperman, are you able to verify that?
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Okay. James, I see you had a number of violations as it relates to your registry. Can you explain what happened with those?
I just didn't have nowhere to live, and it just, if you're homeless, well, when I'm homeless, I should say, I don't make the right choices. It led to drinking that I don't drink no more. I quit that on my own, and I go to AA, and it was basically, I felt hopeless, I guess.
So were these violations of you didn't report where you were living or otherwise?
I didn't have nowhere to live. I was homeless. I was bouncing around wherever I could stay.
What were the violations for?
For not calling the registry in Madison every week.
And that's it?
Yes, sir.
Captain Opperman, are you able to see anything else?
Other than the criminal complaint? No, if he's just talking.
Yeah, go ahead.
If he's just talking about his violations while out on supervision, no, that would be something that more than likely DOC would have.
Okay. All right, thank you. Anybody on the board have questions about the offense?
None here.
No.
Okay. James, we're going to want to talk about your treatment. Are you willing to speak to that in open session, or would you like to go into closed session?
I could do it in open.
Okay. If you could describe any treatment for the cases you've had, we'd like to hear that. Go ahead.
Well, after I got out of prison in 2008, I did SOT treatment with Jim Drake for about 3 years. I don't have the exact dates. I tried to get them, but Jim Drake didn't return my calls. But I did that for somewhere around 3 years, and I know from the treatment about the ripple effect of my actions, whether they're positive or negative, there's always a ripple effect. And I understand that I have to think and use better judgment in some areas, and I think I improved greatly from that.
Okay. Any questions from the board?
None here.
None here.
Is there anyone in the audience that you have who wanted to speak on your behalf?
I just brought a letter from my pastor, and
You want me to read that, Alex?
Go ahead.
October 23rd, 2024, to whom it may concern, I am writing this letter regarding James Stenberg. I have the pleasure of working alongside Jim for almost 20 years. In that time, he has shown that he is reliable, capable, honest, and smart. Jim is a self-starter that can work on his own or as part of a team. He works in our thrift store in many different areas, and I have nothing but positive things to say about his performance. I have also watched Jim continue to grow in his program of recovery. He is honest and open, yet humble and centered. As a recovering alcoholic myself, I appreciate the effort he has put into staying sober. He regularly attends the same meeting as me, and it is obvious that he is putting maximum effort into staying clean and sober. Jim has been a member in good standing in our church as well. He has attended service and been an active member since 2008. Jim has always been willing to go the extra mile to be of service. We love him very much and miss him when he's not there. I would also like to add that I'm aware of his legal issues, and even though he has struggled in some areas legally, I have seen a change in him recently. I truly believe that he wishes to move forward and face the challenges of a situation with openness and honesty. During the time that he has worked with us, Jim has been a kind, funny, and positive person to be around. He has shown an ability to adapt to circumstances with a positive mindset. I believe this quality will take him very far in life. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact me, Pastor Chad Clements.
Okay, thank you. Jim, how do you feel that this crime impacted your victim?
mentally, she probably was, well, I shouldn't say probably, pretty sure she was angry, confused, hurt, saddened.
Okay. Any questions from the board?
None here.
None here.
Would anyone care to make a motion?
Move to approve, address specific.
I'll second it.
Got a motion to approve address specific with a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, Jim, you are approved to live at that location. We'll have the attorney's office reach out to you and get you a copy of a letter. Do you want them to send that to the Irwin Avenue address?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And if you have any other questions, you can contact the legal department. And then if you do ever move, make sure you check back in to see if you have to reapply and come back before this board, okay?
Yes, sir. I don't want to get in trouble again.
Good luck, Jim. Thanks for
All right, thank you.
Thank you so very much.
All right, moving on to the application here of Alex Beard requesting to move to 834 Shawano Avenue. Is Alex in the audience?
Yes.
I am.
Okay, come on up. Let me just get my notes here. Alex, I know you were before the board in 2019. However, I don't think anyone that is here tonight was on the board back then. So I'm going to have you go over what happened and then how the police become involved. And again, just remember not to mention or identify the victim. So go ahead.
Okay. My offense happened in '94, making me 8 or 7, and my victim was a year younger than I. I don't even know how to explain that really, other than it's more of like a whole doctor situation type of deal. I touched her inappropriately and had her do the same as well to me. So I think it was I don't even remember what it was or how long ago. It happened about 3 times, I'd have to say. And then by the time I turned 18, she had this thing at school with basically the awareness of predators and all this and whatever. I forget what it was called or whatever, but they had that. She ended up reporting, and by the time like I said, when I was 18, that's when I got pulled into the a police station. So.
Okay, how old were you when this happened?
I was 8.
You were 8?
8. Took me to court, or they took me to court. And I was accused in 2009, 2007. Oh Jesus! What date?
I guess I'm confused. So this happened when you were 8?
Yes, correct.
And she was 7?
Yes.
But did not come publicly known, or she didn't file a complaint until 2009?
That was when I was convicted. I was going through court for 2 years, so I think it was when I was 17. By the time I got convicted completely, I was 19. Just turning 20. So 2007, I believe it's 2007 is when I was convicted.
But these events occurred in 1994.
Correct.
Okay. All right, Captain Opperman, are you able to verify any of that?
Yeah, so this occurred approximately over a 5-year period from about 94 to 2000. There were several different occasions. They included the touching of breasts, kissing, attempted penetration, oral sex. And that the criminal complaint indicated that the abuse became more aggressive after it basically, I believe, it had started. So this occurred over a 5-year period. So, and based off his estimated age range, I would assume he's accurate in his age to the victim's age.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions from the board?
No.
None here.
Okay. Alex, we're going to talk about treatment. Are you willing to do that in open session
No,
or would you
yes.
like to be in closed session?
No, it's fine.
Open session?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, could you talk to us about what treatment, if any, that you've had?
I've had treatment with Jim Drake. Completed that. I also had treatment with Tor Atkins for sex offender treatment as well. Completed that as well.
And what are some things you learned from that?
Wow, I guess a lot really. It helps you to understand more about yourself and others around you and how everything is comes, I guess, within a full circle, more or less. I mean, I guess with the gentleman before me, he kind of answered that pretty straightforward with it too. I mean, it's a ripple effect situation, and your actions cause many things to happen, and though I regret my actions, I can't take them back, and I wish I could, but can't. And I just hope now that she's able to do well in her life.
And are you working?
Yes,
Doing what?
I bartend.
Okay. Any questions from the board?
None here.
None here.
Alex, looks like you're moving out. Who is it that you're moving in with?
Jeffrey Hunter. Myself, my fiance, well, I just consider my wife. We've been together for like 12, 13 years. And our kids, we're all moving in with my business partner and friend.
Okay, so you'll still be moving with your sons and stepdaughter?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Okay. Did you have anyone in the audience here to speak on your behalf?
If you would like to.
I will, yeah.
I have Jeffrey Hunter.
Jeffrey, if you could just state your name and address for the record.
Sure, Jeffrey Hunter, 834 Shawano Avenue, here in Green Bay.
Thank you.
You bet.
Feel free to say whatever's on your mind.
Okay, I just would say I've known Alex for almost 12 years and his family. That he started out as an employee of ours at Rum Runners Bar on Broadway when we opened it. He also has worked for us in the snow removal business at Matt's Snow and Lawn Care. When Matt stepped away from the business, Alex became much more involved, including does most of our accounting and manages a lot of the bar, the aspects of running the bar from day to day, and he does a bartend. I think it's important to say that he drinks very little, he's really dedicated to his family, and that this move came about because his landlord has passed away when they were living on Elvina Street, and his children decided to sell the properties. And so this has been kind of a hasty, let's get this together. But I live in a 3,100 square foot Victorian box home. The family has the upper level, which is 3 bedrooms, a family room, and a bathroom. I have on the lower level my own bedroom, living room, and we share the dining room, kitchen, and kind of share the downstairs bathroom and the laundry as well. But it'll be a very it's a big place, so there's plenty of room for them while they get their lives organized a little farther. I should say that Alex is a valued friend, and his family is part of my family, and so I have nothing but good things to say about the last 11 years, or 12, whatever it's been.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments from the board?
None here.
None here.
Anyone want to entertain a motion?
Move to approve address specific.
And I'll second it.
Okay, a motion to approve and a second to move to 834 Shawano Avenue. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. All right, Alex, you are approved. Legal department will send you a letter of confirmation. Do you want that sent to the Shawano?
Yes, please.
Okay. And then a reminder, if you do elect to move somewhere else within the city, check back in with the legal department just to make sure that if you have to come back here that you go through that process. Okay?
Definitely.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Good luck, Alex.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
All right,
Have a
moving
nice
on
day,
to number 3, appeal of Ian Flores requesting to move to 1514 Eliza Street. Ian, are you here?
Yes, sir.
All right, Ian, thanks for coming back. I know we had you last month. There were some questions about the treatment or lack thereof.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to go through anything else unless the board objects, but I would like to talk more about treatment. Do you want to have that in open session or closed session?
I'll do open.
Okay. So talk to me a little bit about the treatment that you've signed up for.
Wait, first of all, do you guys have the letter from Trim Drake?
We do.
Okay, so last week Tuesday I went to my first class. We talked about how I can improve myself and how I can improve, be a good influence to the people around me. And how can I say this? To not getting the person that I was before, and that I'm truly sorry about what happened and what I did to her. That's pretty much it.
And is this like an 8-week course or structure?
I actually don't know, but I have another class with him next week, Tuesday.
Okay. And I do want to ask you again, so in your own words, how do you feel that this crime affected your victim?
Crime affected her. I think she felt mad, sad, depressed, hurtful.
Do you have someone with you talking to you?
No, I have it in my notes right here.
Let him know I'm your mom.
But my mom is right next to me though.
Okay. Anybody on the board have questions?
I do not.
None here.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that you signed up for treatment. That's a good first step. I don't know that just having one session is enough for me. I'm not willing to change my position yet, but I'm only one person on the board. Any other thoughts on the board?
I hear what you're saying, Alex, but he does have future appointments scheduled. So I'm intending right now to approve him.
Okay. Anyone want to make a motion?
Move to approve address specific.
Is there a second?
Yeah, I'll second it.
Okay. We got a motion to approve with a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. I believe that passed. Pete, you said yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Ian, you are approved for that location. We'll have the legal team send you a letter, and they can send it to the Eliza address. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for your time. And if you do end up moving throughout the city in the future, make sure you check back in with the city in case you have to come back. Okay?
Alright, thank you.
All righty. Take care.
Good luck, Ian.
You too.
All righty. So we are on to public hearings. We have done. Next meeting is November 20th at 4 o'clock. And do I have a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Got a motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Alex.
everyone.
Thank you.
Alex,
Take care.
too.
Recording stopped.
I don't let the lady speak.